Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. You guys, this is day 2 of Diddy's trial, and I have a lot to say about the situation. I am going to be giving you guys my own opinion about what has happened over the first day, second day of this very, very troubling trial. Just to recap, there's been a lot of moving parts. Cassie was a witness today describing what she'd been through. There was also the witness yesterday that described, the tape situation, a former security guard at that Intercontinental Hotel. They also had a witness that hooked up with them from Craigslist, and Cassie was made to perform whatever Diddy felt like she needed to perform, including using yellow wet crayons in order to make him feel whole while watching her with other people. I'm just going to be frank in saying this. This is beyond gross, sick behavior. In my own opinion, with him being of age that he was, with as much power that he wielded in the music industry. Especially if you guys remember the 90s, when you listen to the radio, and I'm just speaking from somebody that grew up in the 90s, when you have so many people associated with Bad Boy Records, listening to them, they were the it radio label in those days, along with obviously, Death Row Records and Suge Knight, etc. But it was basically, I'm just talking about somebody, myself, that grew up in the 90s. You got Suge Knight and you got Death Row, you got Diddy and you got Bad Boy Records. You really, really wanted to be signed to one of those labels during that time, especially at the peak of Tupac and Biggie and everybody else. All the old school people on here remember Carl Thomas. You remember like 112. Obviously Snoop still around. Tupac, Biggie. You had, so many people signed to either one of these record labels. And then you had Ashanti, you had Ja Rule, this was late 90s, early 2000s. These were the it places to be. And I'm trying to come and approach this video in my own commentary of what I've been listening to these last few days. Diddy at that time was a huge mogul. You could not go more than 5 minutes entertainment-wise without seeing a reference or hearing a sound from one of those 3 labels, especially in the 90s, going into the early 2000s. It was hot, and then, again, people, and you probably know my age, and this is outside of their labels. You had, your Britney Spears was at her peak, Christina Aguilera, peak, Aaliyah, peak. She was on Blackground Records. She had nothing to do with Diddy, but she was, you guys know, if you're old enough to know, she was associated with Jay-Z and Damon Dash. Cassie trying to come into the game in the mid-2000s, getting signed at a point where other people doing that pop sound, and dropping your album during that time in the mid-2000s when, these record labels were still you know, kicking and able to churn out those records. Especially like, and again, Ashanti, you had Destiny's Child. It was just so much going on at this time. It was basically my golden age of R&B. I'm saying all of this because at the time that Cassie came into being seen by him after she was with, gosh, what was his name? She was actually affiliated with another producer at this time. There's this really good documentary on YouTube talking about when Cassie had first started. I'm actually going to go back and look at it and try to get into that further. But Cassie came up during that time. Diddy noticed her. And of course, she wants to get her music career off the ground. She's in her late teens, early 20s. And she's fresh, she's new, she has a really nice sound. Diddy recognized it. And he began his journey on trying to capture her into this game. Listening to her testimony, listening to her Golden Crayons incident was truly, truly disturbing to me. Okay? And I'm using paraphrasing keywords for YouTube. To listen to the fact that he made her do all these things, physically, emotionally, taking pharmaceuticals, him putting his paws on her, it literally made me want to cry. This was what seems to be, looking back on it, was transactional. I believe that she did have a lot of love for him, but he did not have a lot of love for her. It seemed like she was another object. An object that, in my opinion, and this is my own opinion, he felt that he could control to become a bully, to become a pillow over everything she was trying to accumulate in life. She sought him out because she wanted to be a superstar. He sought her out because he saw she could be a superstar, but also it seemed to me, listen to this testimony, that she was his personal pleasure. Not even seen to be a human being, but someone that could live out whatever he was thinking in his own mind. And he truly, truly used his power, his money, his connections, his seeming, in my opinion, threats, dangling her career over her, to create this atmosphere in this world around her where it'll be like, okay, if you try to walk away, this is going to happen. If you don't do what I say, this is going to happen. Purely sick and disturbing behavior. Again, when you have someone in your life that hovers and controls and consumes everything you do, say, dress, your hair, your shoes, your undergarments, your social life, seeming to be 24/7, because they have the power to dangle over you in what seems to be an extreme grooming situation to only satisfy themselves. And what really was actually even more disturbing than most of her testimony today was when she said that she did these things because she felt it would make him love her. That's when she broke down, despite what we heard today, which was of the utmost disturbing behavior. She did this because she loved him. He did this to her because she was an object. I want you guys to think about this when you fantasize about trying to be with someone that doesn't even care about asking you how your day is going, but only look at you to gratify their day. Think about that. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. Till next time, be safe. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.